Introduction. Welcome to Master Difficult Conversations. Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled you're here, ready to embark on a journey toward mastering one of life's most vital skills, navigating difficult conversations. We all face them. That tense talk with your spouse about finances, the performance review with a struggling employee, the disagreement with a friend over politics. These moments, these conversations can feel like walking through a minefield. One wrong step, one misplaced word, and boom. Relationships strained, trust broken, and emotions running high. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you possess the tools, the understanding, and the confidence to approach even the most challenging conversations with grace, clarity, and a genuine desire to connect? That's precisely what this book, Master Difficult Conversations, the ultimate toolkit for high-stakes communication, is all about. This isn't just another book filled with abstract communication theories. This is a practical, down-to-earth guide packed with actionable strategies, real-life examples, and proven techniques that you can implement immediately. Think of it as your personal communication coach, guiding you step by step through the process of turning potentially explosive interactions into opportunities for understanding, growth, and stronger relationships. Throughout these pages, we'll explore the hidden dynamics that often derail difficult conversations. We'll uncover the common pitfalls that lead to defensiveness, anger, and miscommunication. More importantly, we'll equip you with a powerful toolkit of skills designed to help you understand yourself, recognize your trigger points, your go-to communication styles under pressure, and your underlying needs and fears. Create a safe space. Learn how to establish an environment of trust and respect, where everyone feels comfortable sharing their perspectives, even when they differ. Listen empathetically. Develop your ability to truly hear what others are saying, both verbally and non-verbally, and to understand their point of view even if you don't agree with it. Communicate clearly and respectfully. Master the art of expressing your thoughts and feelings in a way that is honest, direct, and avoids unnecessary drama or blame. Find mutually beneficial solutions. Discover how to collaborate with others to identify creative solutions that address everyone's needs and lead to win-win outcomes. By mastering these skills, you'll not only improve your ability to navigate difficult conversations, but you'll also see positive changes in other areas of your life. You'll build stronger relationships, increase your influence, improve your teamwork, and reduce stress. You'll become a more confident, effective, and compassionate communicator. This book is for anyone who wants to improve their communication skills and build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Whether you're a manager, a parent, a partner, or simply someone who wants to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace, this book is for you. So turn the page, take a deep breath, and let's begin your journey toward mastering difficult conversations. The rewards are immeasurable. All right, champions, let's kick things off with Chapter 1, Why Difficult Conversations Matter, Your Gateway to Success. Listen up, because this is the very foundation upon which everything else is built. You might be thinking, difficult conversations? Ugh, no thanks. But I'm here to tell you that avoiding them is what's truly painful. It's like trying to build a house on a swamp. Eventually, it's going to sink. Difficult conversations aren't about shouting matches or awkward silences. They're about facing challenges head-on, about having the courage to speak your truth and the wisdom to listen to others, even when it's hard. And trust me, learning how to do this, that's your express ticket to success. Think about it. How many times have you bitten your tongue at work, letting a bad idea slide because you didn't want to rock the boat? Or avoided talking to a loved one about something that's been bothering you, letting it fester and grow into a bigger problem? These are missed opportunities. Every unaddressed issue is a roadblock on your path. A promotion you didn't get because you didn't speak up for yourself. A strained relationship because you didn't have the courage to talk through a misunderstanding. Look, some people believe conflict is inherently bad. They see it as a sign of failure. But that's simply not true. Conflict, when handled correctly, is growth. It's a chance to understand different perspectives, to find innovative solutions, and to build stronger, more authentic relationships. Mastering these conversations is like unlocking a superpower. It gives you the ability to navigate any situation, to influence others, and to create the life you truly want. It's not just about work or relationships either. It affects every aspect of your life, from negotiating a better price on a car to advocating for yourself and your needs. Are you ready to grab the steering wheel? Are you ready to get rid of the roadblocks that stop you from moving forward? So prepare yourselves. We're not just talking theory here. We're diving deep into practical, actionable strategies that you can start using today. Because let's be honest, avoiding difficult conversations doesn't make you happy. Tackling them with skill and confidence, that is where the true rewards lie. All right, champions, get ready to rumble with yourself. It's me, back again, your personal hype man for a more amazing you. We're tackling Chapter 2, Knowing Yourself, Identifying Your Triggers and Communication Style. Listen up, because this isn't some fluffy self-help stuff. This is the bedrock, the foundation upon which all successful conversations are built. You can't expect to navigate rough waters if you don't know where your ship is leaking, right? Think of it like this. You're about to enter a boxing ring where the opponent is, well, you. But hold on, this isn't about beating yourself up. It's about scouting your own weaknesses, understanding your strengths, and developing a winning strategy. First, let's talk triggers. What makes your blood boil? What tiny phrase flips your switch and throws you into reactive mode? Is it being interrupted? Judged? Ignored? Write it down, seriously. Knowing your triggers is like knowing where the landmines are buried. Example. For John, being told, "You're acting just like your father," is a huge trigger. Once he knows it, he can prepare for it. Next, your communication style. Are you a verbal bulldozer, plowing through the conversation? Or a passive-aggressive ninja, sneaking jabs under the radar? Maybe you're a people pleaser, agreeing with everyone even if it stings inside. There's no right style, but acknowledging yours is crucial. Do you tend to shut down, get defensive, or personalize everything? Reflect honestly. And finally, let's dig into your underlying beliefs. These are the secret programming that runs in the background of your mind. Do you secretly believe people are trying to take advantage of you? Do you feel like you always have to be right? These beliefs powerfully influence how you interpret and react to what others say. Example. If Brenda secretly believes she doesn't deserve promotions, she might sabotage herself in crucial conversations with her boss. Action time. 1. Trigger tracker. Keep a journal for a week. Note situations that made you feel frustrated, angry, or anxious. What were the specific words or actions that triggered you? 2. Mirror, mirror. Ask a trusted friend or family member to give you honest feedback on your communication style. Hard to hear? Maybe. Invaluable? Absolutely. 3. Belief detective. Ask yourself, what would have to be true for me to react this way? This can help uncover hidden beliefs driving your reactions. Knowing yourself isn't a one-time fix. It's a continuous process of self-reflection and adjustment. But trust me, investing in this will give you a powerful edge in every conversation you have. Let's unleash the awesome within. All right, my friends, listen up. It's your favorite motivational guru here, ready to supercharge your life and unlock your potential. We're diving headfirst into Chapter 3, The Power of Intention, setting the stage for positive outcomes. Why is this chapter so vital? Because a conversation without clear intention is like a ship without a rudder. You'll drift aimlessly, crash into icebergs of misunderstanding, and end up nowhere you wanted to be. Let's be real. How many times have you walked into a tough conversation secretly hoping to win, to prove you're right and the other person is wrong? Stop! Right now! That's a hidden agenda, and it's a relationship killer. Intentions are the seeds you plant. Do you want to grow a beautiful garden of understanding, or a field of thorns and resentment? Think about it. Your intention should be about finding a result that is a win-win for everyone. Here's the secret weapon. Before any potentially difficult conversation, ask yourself 3 critical questions. 1. What do I really want out of this conversation? Not just the surface-level stuff, but the deep driving desire. Do you want a stronger relationship? To be understood? A fair solution? 2. What does the other person probably want? Put yourself in their shoes. This isn't about agreeing with them, it's about understanding their perspective. Maybe they want to feel respected, valued, or heard. 3. What result would be a win-win scenario that fulfills each person's needs? You must work to achieve it, otherwise your intention means nothing. Example: imagine a situation where a coworker, let's call him John, consistently misses deadlines, impacting your team's ability to deliver projects on time. The hidden agenda would be to get him fired or make him feel small, but the proper intention would be to work with him to get a plan to fix the issue and maintain the schedule. By defining your intention before you even open your mouth, you're setting the stage for a positive outcome. You're shifting from attack mode to collaboration mode. Start today, now. Think of your intention and take your most inspired action. Chapter 4. Creating a safe space, building trust and rapport. All right, champions. Let's talk about creating a safe space. A zone where honesty blooms, and people actually want to share their thoughts, even the tough ones. Think of it like this. Would you open up to someone if you felt judged or attacked? Probably not. So how do we build this haven of trust? First, empathy is your superpower. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Even if you disagree, try to understand where they're coming from. A simple, "I can see how you might feel that way," can work wonders. It doesn't mean you agree. It means you're acknowledging their perspective. Next, listen like you mean it. Ditch the phone, make eye contact. Really hear what they're saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Nod. Reflect back their words. "So what I'm hearing is," and ask clarifying questions. People feel safe when they know they're being heard. Let's talk about finding common ground. Even in the most heated debates, there's something you agree on. Maybe you both want the project to succeed, or you both care about the company. Start there. Building on shared values creates a connection, making difficult conversations less scary. Remember, body language is key. Keep an open posture, avoid crossing your arms, and maintain a relaxed facial expression. Even if you're nervous inside, project calm and openness. It's contagious. Finally, start with the positive. Begin the conversation by acknowledging the other person's strengths or contributions. Frame your concerns as a desire to improve things together. "John, I really appreciate your hard work on this project, and I think if we could change this just so slightly, we could." The whole point is to use words that show you're on the same team, not adversaries. Creating a safe space isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about making conflict productive. It's about building relationships where honesty and vulnerability can thrive. Let's get out there and create some awesome spaces, one conversation at a time. All right, champion, let's unlock the superpower of listening. Buckle up, because Chapter 5, Listening Actively, Hearing Beyond the Words, is about to revolutionize how you connect with the world. Think about it. How often do you really listen? Are you just waiting for your turn to speak, formulating your response while pretending to pay attention? That's not listening, my friend. That's just waiting. Genuine listening is a skill, a powerful tool that can dissolve conflict and build unbreakable bonds. We're not just talking about hearing sounds, we're talking about understanding. Imagine someone, let's call him Alex, is telling you about a tough day at work. He says, "My boss is really riding me hard lately." You could just say, "Yeah, bosses are always like that," and move on. But what is he really saying? Active listening means digging deeper. It's about truly hearing what Alex isn't saying too. Maybe Alex is feeling stressed, undervalued, or even insecure. Here's how you become a listening superhero. 1. Paraphrase power. Repeat what you think you heard in your own words. Say to Alex, "So it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed and maybe a little frustrated with the pressure you're under at work." This confirms your listening and allows Alex to correct you if you misunderstood. 2. Clarification king/queen. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Can you tell me more about what your boss is saying? Or, what specifically is making you feel that way? These genuine inquiries show you care and encourage Alex to open up. 3. Empathy engine. Try to see things from Alex's perspective. Imagine walking in his shoes. Even if you don't agree with his feelings, acknowledge them. A simple, "That sounds really tough," can go a long way. 4. Nonverbal ninja. Pay attention to Alex's body language. Is he slumped over? Avoiding eye contact? These cues give you huge clues about what he's feeling. Mirror his body language slightly to build rapport, or nod to show you're engaged. 5. Full attention force field. Put away your phone. Stop thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner. Give Alex your undivided attention. It shows respect and allows you to fully absorb what he's saying. Example, imagine a disagreement between Maria and her neighbor Ben about a noisy tree branch hanging over her property. Maria could immediately get angry and demand for it to be removed. But with active listening, she could say, "Ben, it sounds like you're worried about hurting the tree if you cut the branch." Paraphrasing. Maybe Ben just loves the tree and doesn't want to harm it. Understanding that changes the whole conversation. This isn't just about being nice, it's about being effective. Active listening helps you understand needs, build trust, and find solutions that work for everyone. It unlocks a deeper level of connection and makes you a powerful communicator. Now go out there and listen like a boss. All right, champions. Chapter 6 is where the magic really starts to happen. It's time to unlock the power of your voice. Let's dive in. Chapter 6. Speaking your truth. Communicating clearly and respectfully. Listen up. You've got something important to say. Don't let fear hold you back. But remember, how you say it is everything. This chapter is your roadmap to communicating your needs and perspectives with clarity, impact, and respect. We're talking about speaking your truth without setting off a bomb. First, ditch the blame game. You always or you never are conversation killers. Instead, embrace the I statement. It's the secret weapon of effective communication. It sounds like this. I feel your emotion when what happened because your need. Simple, right? Example, instead of "you're so inconsiderate," "you never clean up after yourself." Try, I feel frustrated when I see dishes left in the sink because I value a clean and organized space. See the difference? One blames, the other explains. Key tip. Structure your message. Lead with empathy. State the facts. Share how it affects you, and suggest a solution. It's like a communication sandwich. Positive beginning, meaty issue, positive ending. It's tough, I know. Sometimes we have to deliver hard truth, like saying to your friend, "Hey, I really care about you, but the way you're treating my other friends affects me. It makes me feel uncomfortable because my friends don't like talking to me when you are around. I value our friendship and want to be supportive, but this is creating a difficult situation. Can we talk about how we can move forward so everyone can be comfortable?" It's about being honest, but also kind. It's about protecting your relationships while staying true to yourself. Speaking your truth isn't about winning. It's about being heard, understanding each other, and creating stronger, healthier connections. So, go out there and use your voice. You've got this. All right, champions. Let's dive into Chapter 7. Managing emotions. Staying calm under pressure. Because, let's face it, tough talks can feel like emotional roller coasters. But guess what? You are the conductor of your own train. Ever feel your face flush, heart race, or your stomach clench mid-conversation? That's your body's alarm system going off. It's crucial to recognize these physical cues before you explode. Think of it as an early warning system. Practice mindfulness. Take a few deep breaths. How to stay cool. The pause button. When you feel yourself getting riled up, hit pause. Literally. Tell the other person you need a moment to think. Step away. Take deep breaths. And regain your composure. Reframing reality. Instead of thinking this person is attacking me, consider they might be stressed. They may be conveying it in a wrong way. When you consider other possibilities, you take away power from feeling attacked. Change your scenery. Sometimes, a quick change of scenery can do wonders. Walk away from the situation, grab a glass of water, or look out the window. Emotional release valves. Find healthy ways to release pent-up emotions. Exercise, meditation, journaling. Whatever works for you, do these regularly. Practice empathy. Although it's hard, try to understand the other person's feelings. This doesn't mean agreeing with them, but acknowledging their perspective. Example. John is talking to his boss, who criticizes John's work in front of others. John's initial reaction, internally explodes. He really doesn't respect me. Improved reaction, John recognized rising anger. John paused, took deep breath, excused himself, and came back after 5 minutes. And reframed the situation, he said to himself, "Maybe his boss is having a tough day. Let me listen carefully." Now he is ready to respond calmly and professionally. Listen, mastering your emotions isn't about suppressing them. It's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to fuel constructive communication. You've got this. Now go be the calm, confident champion you were born to be. All right, champion, let's dive into Chapter 8, Bridging the Gap, Finding Common Ground and Shared Values. Listen up. You're not alone. We all crave connection. We want to be understood, respected, and valued. Even when it feels like you and the other person are miles apart, standing on opposite sides of a chasm of disagreement, there's always a bridge to be built. And that bridge? It's constructed with common ground. Why bother finding common ground? Because it's magic. Finding shared ground unlocks solutions. It melts away resistance. It transforms conflict into collaboration. Imagine trying to push a car uphill alone. Impossible, right? But if you get a few friends to help, suddenly it's much easier. That's what finding common ground does. Digging for hidden treasure. Common ground isn't always obvious. You gotta dig a little. How? Listen actively. This is huge. When Ken complains about a project, is he really saying, "I want things to be perfect," which you also value? Focus on the why. People often disagree on the how, but agree on the why. Maybe you and John disagree how a report should be written, but both agree. We want to impress our clients and keep them happy. Look beyond the surface. What underlying values do you both share? Honesty, fairness, teamwork? Reframe disagreements. Don't say, "We have completely opposite opinions." Instead, say, "It sounds like we both agree we want the project to succeed. We just have different ideas about the best way to get there." Example time. Let's say Maria wants to work from home 2 days a week. Her boss, Tom, is hesitant. He worries about productivity. Instead of Maria arguing about her rights, Maria could say, "Tom, I know we both want the best results for the team, and I believe working from home can actually boost my focus and efficiency. Maybe we could try it for a month and track my progress." See what she did? She found common ground, best results for the team, and reframed her request in terms of that shared value. Action. Think about a difficult conversation you need to have. What's one area of common ground you can identify right now? Write it down. Then, when you have that conversation, lead with that shared value. Boom, you've already started building that bridge. You got this! All right, champions, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into Chapter 9, Navigating Disagreements, Transforming Conflict into Collaboration. Disagreements, they're like uninvited guests at the party of life, right? But guess what? They don't have to ruin the vibe. In fact, they can actually make the party better. The secret? Learning how to navigate them like the pros. Think of disagreements as clues. They're telling you something isn't quite aligned. Something needs tweaking. Something needs to be understood. And understanding is the first step to collaboration, to creating something stronger than before. First, clarify. Before you even begin to argue your point, make sure you understand the other person's. Really understand it. Ask questions. So if I'm hearing you right, you're saying, repeat their point of view in your own words. This shows you're listening and helps avoid misinterpretations. Imagine two people, Amit and Ben, arguing about project deadlines. Amit thinks Ben is being lazy. Ben thinks Amit is being unreasonable. Instead of accusing, Amit could ask, "Ben, can you explain what's making it difficult to meet the deadline from your viewpoint?" See? Clarity. Unearth those assumptions. Often, disagreements stem from unseen assumptions. These are the beliefs we hold about the situation, ourselves, and the other person. Get them out in the open. What are we assuming to be true here? Maybe Amit is assuming the project is straightforward, and Ben is assuming he needs more training to work with new tool. Once the assumptions are visible, you can question them and find solutions. Collaborative solutions, a team effort. Forget win-lose. Aim for win-win. Brainstorm solutions together. Okay, given both our perspectives, how can we make this work for both of us? Maybe Amit can mentor Ben for the new tool. Generate options, then evaluate them together. Think we, not me. Remember, you're not enemies, you're partners trying to solve a puzzle called disagreement. This chapter isn't about avoiding disagreements. It's about embracing them as opportunities for growth, connection, and collaboration. Now go out there and transform conflict into powerful partnership. You've got this. All right, champion. Are you ready to level up your life and handle tricky people like a pro? Let's dive into Chapter 10, Dealing with Difficult People, Strategies for Staying Centered and Effective. Seriously, we all encounter them. The Debbie Downers, the Captain Complains, the argumentative Arthurs. Avoiding them isn't always an option. So what do? First, breathe. Recognize their behavior is about them, not necessarily you. Don't internalize it. Next, firm boundaries are your superpower. If someone is consistently disrespectful, calmly state, "I'm happy to continue this, but not if we're yelling/interrupting/being condescending." And then walk away if they continue. You're not a punching bag. Emotional composure is key. Think of yourself as a rock in a raging river. The river may be loud and turbulent, but you remain solid. Use mindful breathing. Repeat a calming mantra in your head. Visualize success after the encounter. Communication is your weapon. Instead of reacting, ask questions. Help me understand why you see it that way. What are your concerns? Active listening, refer back to Chapter 5, is huge here. Showing you understand, even if you don't agree, diffuses tension. Remember, focusing on solutions, not problems, is powerful. Instead of getting sucked into negativity, steer the conversation back to what can be done. Okay, we've identified the problem. What are some possible solutions we can all agree on? Finally, protect your energy. These encounters are draining. Plan self-care afterwards. Go for a walk. Listen to music. Talk to a friend. Your well-being is your priority. With practice, those difficult people will become less threatening, and more like tests you're totally equipped to ace. Stay strong. You've got this. All right, champion. Buckle up, because in this chapter, we're unlocking the superpower of feedback. It's not about judgment. It's about growth. Chapter 11, Giving and Receiving Feedback, a Gift of Growth. Look, nobody loves getting feedback, right? But think of it like this. It's like someone holding up a mirror to show you a smudge on your face you didn't even know was there. Feedback, both giving and receiving, is a gift that helps us shine brighter. Giving feedback, the constructive compass. When giving feedback, you need to be straight but kind. Remember, it's not about tearing someone down. It's about building them up. Be specific. Don't say you're not a team player. Say, during the last team meeting, I noticed you interrupted Alex several times. Let's focus on active listening, moving forward. Focus on behavior, not character. Instead of "you're disorganized," try "I've noticed some deadlines have been missed recently." Let's brainstorm ways to better manage your workload. Sandwich approach. Start with something positive, then address a specific area of improvement and end with encouragement. For example, your presentation style is engaging. I think we could bring more data to the content, but overall, you hit the mark. Example time. Imagine you work with Bob. Bob is consistently late to meetings, but brings value once he arrives. Wrong way. Bob, you're always late. Right way. Bob, I appreciate your contributions to our meetings. However, your lateness disrupts the flow. How can we work together to ensure you're on time? Receiving feedback, the humility highway. Okay, it's your turn. Someone's giving you feedback. Here's how to handle it like a pro. Listen actively. Put your defenses down. Focus on what the person is saying. Ask clarifying questions. Can you give me a specific example? What would you suggest I do differently? Say thank you, even if it stings. Acknowledge their effort. Thanks for your feedback. I appreciate you mentioning X. Reflect. Don't react. Don't get defensive immediately. Take some time to process what you've heard. Example. Your boss says, your reports are accurate, but they're a bit difficult to understand. Wrong reaction. I'm not a writer. Right response. Thank you for the feedback. What specifically makes them hard to understand? What changes would you find helpful? Feedback, my friend, is fuel for your journey. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to become the best version of you. Now go out there and shine. All right, champion. Let's dive into Chapter 12. Saying no with grace. Setting boundaries and protecting your time and energy. This is powerful stuff. The kind that can transform your life from feeling drained to feeling energized and in control. Listen, you are not a vending machine dispensing your time and energy to anyone who pushes a button. You are a valuable, unique individual with your own passions, goals, and needs. And learning to say no isn't selfish, it's essential for protecting that precious self. Think about it. Every yes you give to something that doesn't align with your priorities is a no to something that does. Ouch, right? We've all been there. Overwhelmed, resentful, and wondering where our time went. Forget that. Let's learn to say no like a pro without feeling guilty or burning bridges. Why is saying no so hard? First, let's face it. Saying no can feel like a betrayal. We're social creatures. We want to be liked, helpful, and accommodating. We fear disappointing people, damaging relationships, or missing out on opportunities. But here's the truth bomb. Consistently saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, burnout, and broken promises to yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, my friend. Strategies for saying no with grace and power. 1. Know your priorities. What truly matters to you? What are your non-negotiables? Before you can say no effectively, you need to know what you're saying yes to. Your values are your compass. 2. Buy yourself time. Don't feel pressured to give an immediate answer. A simple "let me think about that and get back to you" buys you breathing room to assess the request and decide strategically. 3. Be direct and clear, but kind. Avoid rambling explanations or weak excuses. A simple and honest "thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not able to take that on right now" is often all you need. 4. Offer alternatives, if appropriate. If you genuinely want to help but can't commit fully, suggest someone else who might be a good fit or offer a smaller contribution. I can't do the whole project, but I'm happy to offer some initial guidance. 5. Focus on I statements. Instead of blaming the requesting party, "I don't have time because you," take responsibility for your limitations. "I need to protect my time for other commitments right now." 6. Practice makes perfect. Like any skill, saying no gets easier with practice. Start with smaller requests and work your way up. Role play with a friend or family member if you're feeling anxious. 7. Don't apologize excessively. A brief acknowledgement is fine. "I'm sorry I can't help this time." But avoid lengthy apologies that undermine your message. You're not doing anything wrong. 8. Stand your ground. Be prepared for people to push back, especially if they're used to you always saying yes. Stay firm but polite in your refusal. Remember why you said no in the first place. 9. Respectfully but firmly end the conversation. Don't get drawn into an argument. A simple statement like "I understand your perspective, and I truly wish I could say yes, but my answer is no" will work. Example. Let's say John, your colleague, always wants your help with their Excel sheets. Practice with following ways. In a respectful manner, you can say, "Unfortunately, I'm not able to commit to helping with the sheets right now as I'm currently working on a deadline I cannot miss. But I will let you know once I have completed this." Another way to respectfully say no is, "Hi John, I can see that you need my help with Excel sheets. I have already committed to working with other project team to accomplish the goals. How about you seek help from Tony? He is pretty resourceful." Remember, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. You're not responsible for fulfilling everyone else's needs at the expense of your own well-being. Embrace the power of no and watch your life transform with newfound time, energy, and focus. Now get out there and protect your awesomeness. All right, champions, let's dive into Chapter 13, Repairing Relationships, Healing Wounds, and Rebuilding Trust. Because listen, even the most skilled navigator hits a storm. Even the strongest bridge sometimes needs repair. It's life. And it's how we handle those moments that truly define us. Look around. Think of someone you care about. Has there been a rift? A misunderstanding? A sharp word exchanged? Don't let it fester. A damaged relationship is like a leaky faucet. The longer you ignore it, the bigger the problem becomes. So how do we fix things? 1. Own it, plain and simple. This is huge. No excuses. No deflecting responsibility. If you messed up, say it. "I was wrong. I reacted poorly. I should have handled that differently." Just those words carry so much weight. Remember, sincerity is key, and that sincerity is more important than worrying about your pride. 2. The power of a real apology. Notice I emphasized real. This isn't about saying words. It's about showing you understand the impact of your actions. Apologize with your heart. An example, "Mark, I am truly sorry for what I said during the meeting. I know my words hurt you, and I regret speaking without thinking. It was unprofessional and disrespectful. That is not who I want to be. That's a starting point. 3. Listen. Again, with the ears and the heart. After you apologize, shut up and listen. Let the other person express their feelings without interruption, unless it becomes abusive, of course. Understand their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. This is about empathy, about seeing things from their side. 4. Time is a healer, but action is its accelerator. Trust isn't rebuilt overnight. It's like planting a seed. It needs care, attention, and time to grow. Show consistent positive behavior. Be reliable. Be supportive. Be the person you want to be in the relationship. 5. Forgive yourself and them. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Let it go. Forgiving yourself allows you to move forward without the baggage of the past. Forgiving others, over time if necessary, frees you. Real-world example. Imagine Bill and Tom, longtime friends, had a business deal go south. Bill blames Tom for not doing enough research. Sharp words were exchanged. Bill needs to repair things. Bill's own it moment. He calls Tom. Tom, I need to apologize. I was angry, and I said some things I regret. I shouldn't have blamed you without hearing your side of the story. Bill then listens. Tom expresses his hurt. Bill listens, understands. Bill gives a real apology. I'm not trying to excuse my behavior, Tom. Being angry doesn't give me the right to be disrespectful. I value our friendship a lot, and I'm really sorry for how I acted. I was wrong. Moving forward / trust rebuilding. Over the following months, Bill made effort to connect with Tom outside work, showing he still valued the friendship above the business failure. Champions, remember this. Repairing relationships takes courage, humility, and a genuine desire to reconnect. But the reward, a stronger, more meaningful connection, is worth every bit of effort. So take action. Rebuild that bridge. Mend that fence. Your relationships are one of life's greatest treasures. All right, champion. Get ready to transform that conflict from a scary monster under your bed into a springboard for amazing growth. Chapter 14. Here we come. Chapter 14. Turning conflict into opportunity. Transforming challenges into growth. Listen up, because this is where the magic really happens. Conflict isn't a stop sign, it's a detour. And detours? They can lead you to places you never dreamed of. Think about it. Conflict arises when different ideas clash. And what's innovation, if not the collision of different thinking? You see, the key is to reframe. Instead of viewing conflict as a personal attack, see it as an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to build even stronger relationships. How? First, get curious. Ask yourself, what is this disagreement really about? What are the underlying needs and concerns that are driving each person's perspective? Seek out diverse viewpoints. Don't just surround yourself with yes people. Actively solicit feedback from those who think differently than you do. Challenge your assumptions. Are you clinging to a belief that might be outdated or simply wrong? Be willing to let go of your ego and say, hey, maybe I'm not seeing the whole picture. Example, your team is arguing about a new marketing campaign. Instead of seeing it as a battle between egos, realize it's a chance to truly understand your target audience. Each person has a different insight. Now use that tension to come up with something truly innovative and impactful. Another thing to consider is viewing the conflict as a test. It tests the strength of your boundaries, your communication skills, and your emotional intelligence. When you come out on the other side, you will not only have resolved a conflict, but you will also have become a better version of yourself, leading to growth and success. The conflict might have started as a challenge, but remember, your success story is on the other side. All right, champion, you've made it this far. Congratulations! You've absorbed strategies, practiced techniques, and, most importantly, you've decided to take control of your communication. But let me tell you a secret. This isn't the finish line. It's the starting block for an entirely new, more powerful, and more fulfilling race. Mastering difficult conversations isn't a destination, it's a lifelong journey. Think of it like learning a musical instrument or a new sport. You don't become a virtuoso overnight. You need consistent practice, a willingness to learn from mistakes, and an unwavering commitment to improvement. There will be times when you stumble, when you say the wrong thing, when emotions overwhelm you. That's okay, don't beat yourself up. Instead, treat each interaction, successful or not, as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what went well? What could I have done differently? What did I learn about myself and the other person? Keep these principles at the forefront of your mind: empathy, respect, and intentionality. Always strive to understand the other person's perspective, even if you disagree with it. Treat them with the same respect you expect in return. And above all, be clear about your intentions. Are you trying to win an argument or build a stronger relationship? Remember, the world is constantly changing, and so are the people in it. Continue to adapt to new situations, find new techniques, and always be willing to learn. Your success in these conversations isn't just about getting your way. It's about building stronger relationships, fostering clearer communication, and creating a more positive environment around you. Embrace the journey. Commit to continuous learning and watch your life transform. Now go out there and make a difference.